Welcome to Behind Closed Doors with Ronnie Drake, the show that tells you the truth about how to do business.
Hey, welcome to episode 1 of Behind Closed Doors, where you will always hear the truth about doing business, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm your host, Ronnie Drake, and on today's episode, I'm going to tell you exactly how to identify your ideal client so that you will stop wasting money, time, and energy. Who has all that time to waste? You're gonna stick around till the end because I'm going to give you a fill-in-the-blank script that will instantly have you identifying your ideal client. So stick around. All right, grab your pen and paper. We're gonna jump in. Let's start off with identifying what an ideal client actually is. Now, here's my definition. It's someone that I want to work with, someone whose values align with mine, someone who is committed to showing up every day, flaws and all, ready to grow past self-imposed limitations. She is somebody who understands that investing in her education is going to ultimately grow her life and her business. I define her as someone who not only loves what I sell, but loves and identifies with my processes, with my values, with my style, with my mission, and with my communication style. This is the one person that I focus on as I'm thinking about my marketing, my products, my client interaction. So that's my definition of an ideal client. So in a nutshell, an ideal client is a person whose exact needs are met through your offer. You fulfill their needs with your product or your service. Not a worshiper of you, somebody whose life you can and will change with what you do. So here we go. Tell the truth time. Here is an exercise to keep it real. If you have past clients, or if you don't, still listen in, I want you to pause this video. Wait, let me explain. And I want you to list out the top 2 clients that you loved working with. And the top 2 clients who, well, maybe they were a pain in the butt and you didn't necessarily like working with them. Now I want you to list out the reasons why for both. This is going to help you get really clear about who you want to attract. Because all this floats around up here, but until you see it in black and white, sometimes it doesn't click. Now, if you're brand new and you have no track record, I'm still inviting you to do this exercise, but use your imagination. Who would your absolute worst nightmare be to work with? And who would you absolutely love to work with? You can't wait to wake up and just interact with them. You're hoping there's emails from them. Who are they? Who are they? Next step. The first thing you need to keep in mind is it's not really about them, your ideal client. Okay, yes, I did say that. It's not really about them until it's about you first. What I mean is you absolutely must know you before you go looking for someone to serve. Here's a mindset for you. You cannot be all things to all people. In fact, some people will be repelled, and that's okay. All right. All your self-talk's bubbling up. Oh, but I want everybody to like me. I need to have everybody like me. I want to save people, or something like that. Can you relate? It's very common for all of our stuff to bubble to the surface as we build and grow our business. We're going to question everything about ourselves. We're going to revisit the past. All this stuff is going to mix up, and it's really going to weigh on your mind if you don't deal with it right up front. Learning that only certain people, and embracing and understanding that only certain people will like you, is the number one mindset to keep you moving forward. So yes, business is personal development, and personal growth. So tell the truth time number 2, keeping it real. Pause this video and list out all the things you're naturally good at. What could you do in your sleep? For me, it's talking. I started talking at 9 months old and I haven't stopped since. I'm a talker. I wake up first thing in the morning, I'm a talker. My husband's in a coma. I can take classes at 5 a.m. online. I'm always somebody who's very, very observant. I just notice everything. I notice the minutest of details about people, and I can instantly read people. So what are yours? What are your natural strengths and abilities? Share them in the comments below. Next exercise, list out all the childhood activities you played. Now, my examples are I built forts, I played war, I played army, and I played teacher. I was the teacher. Now, once you have all those listed out, identify all the skills and assets that you needed to be successful at those things. Now, the more time you sit with this, the more is going to be revealed to you. Now, go easy on yourself, because remember, all your stuff is going to come up. Let all of this just flow into you. This is how you'll make your money, I promise you, using your naturalness. Number 3, be aware of your surroundings. Not your immediate surroundings. Know your competition. Study them. Just like a chess player studies the chessboard to make the most effective, optimal move. Study your competition. List out the 5 to 10 top influencers in your field and watch their moves on social media. Subscribe to their blogs. Get their freebies. Know your opponent. Notice their content. Remember that they're serving your prospects, your ideal clients. Never steal from them, but notice what they're doing. Once you know them inside and out, go back to your original list where we listed out your natural abilities and carve out your unique place in the field, in the industry, by identifying 5 to 7 ways you can fill in the gap for people looking for you. Because while you know your opponent, you're also getting to know yourself, and now you're becoming aware of the gaps that are missing. And this is your opportunity to jump in and stand out. The gap is where they're not being served. The gap is what's missing. Now, maybe it's a unique spin on personal development or self-esteem. Maybe it's a technical term. You know your industry. You know what you're good at. You know what you do. This is what you will promote. Ask yourself, does what I offer align with who I am naturally? Believe it or not, I've seen people take other people's stuff and try to make it their own, and it feels like you're an 8-year-old girl playing dress up in your mom's shoes. It doesn't really quite fit, and it doesn't really look natural. So you need to find your own shtick. You need to make it uniquely you. And this is where the money is. Come on, let's face it. We're in business to serve, and that's all wonderful. And believe me, I give and I give. But the bottom line is we all need to eat. So it's never, ever, ever going to work if you're imitating your competitor. So, all right, here we are. Here's the bonus I promised you. It's a blank script. So I want you to remember the law of attracting is always working, whether you believe it or not, just like gravity. With that said, you will attract what you are. Truth-telling moment. Go back and look at who you are. In the beginning of my first business, yes, I have 2 businesses. This is my second. My clients were scarce and they were lack-minded. They had a desperate energy. They didn't want long-term results. They needed immediate, quick fixes. And here's my truth moment. So did I. I was desperate for business. I had spent a lot of money. I wasn't making any money, and I was desperate. I was throwing things out trying to get anybody that had a buck, until I learned what I'm going to teach you right now. I want to show you word for word how to get crystal clear, and it's really, really simple. What you need to remember is fear overcomplicates. You ready? It's not just enough to say, I'm a social media manager, okay? Because I am. You want to specify a little more clearly so that you can start attracting all the right people. Watch how I get really, really clear here. I am an online social media manager who focuses on heart-centered, established women business owners who understand the ROI of investing in an educator. She is looking to increase exposure and generate more leads by using social media to tap into fresh sources. Boom. I bet you know what I do. I listed out all the details, crystal clear. Now, here's your opportunity. I am, fill in the blank. This is where you insert your title. I am a social media manager who focuses on, who do you focus on? I focus on heart-centered, established women business owners. And the next is list out who they are. List out what they already understand. My lady understands she needs to invest. What does your ideal client understand? And then what does she need? What is she looking for so that she can, and fill in the blank with her desired outcome. If you sit with this, and if you write this, and if you tweak this, this will be the foundation of all of your marketing because you will know who you are. Now start with the script, modify it as you need, take mine, change the words, make it yours. Notice I said established in my marketing, and that means she's already making money and she values education to help her grow. So notice what you're saying. This means that I'm looking to attract clients who are willing to pay me. I'm very clear about who I'm looking for. You will get that crystal clarity. I promise you. Well, that's a wrap for the first show of Behind Closed Doors. Join me next week as I tell you the truth about how to study your competition. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because you never want to miss the truth. Have a beautiful rest of the day.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. For more info, check out RonnieDrake.com and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.